learned about CESAR when I moved down here to be with my wife, who at the time was working at the U.S. consulate. Since then, we moved back to the U.S. I started working at the time for a private equity firm that focuses solely on real estate. We started looking at what things did we want to continue to do in-house and what things we would continue to do using third parties. Our needs as we continue to grow and become more sophisticated from a technology perspective, we needed to have a better, more sophisticated technology partner. For the longest time, I'd been trying to think, how can I find a way to work with CESAR? And I always thought what you guys do here is incredible, and it came to a point where I realized here's a clear opportunity for me to find a great test case for CESAR and for myself and for FCP. And based on my time in Brazil, I knew that we could achieve what we wanted to achieve from a technology perspective, and we could do it without necessarily having to break the bank, which is, for a small company, every technology dollar has to go as far as possible. So I think one of the things that both CESAR and I did really well was, let's understand your business, let's understand what you guys do, your approach, before we try to understand the problem. By establishing that baseline of knowledge, when we got into the project, when we would have conversations with CESAR, they were not asking questions that were not pertinent to the project. They were able to ask questions that made sense because I understood what we do, who we are, and what we were trying to achieve with the project. Every week we'd have a status meeting, and the advancement that CESAR made on a weekly basis was incredible. First of all, I think CESAR is one of the most impressive organizations that I've seen here in Brazil. My time living here in Brazil, saw a lot of different companies, saw a lot of different initiatives, have many friends that live and work in Brazil. And while I find a lot of companies and organizations great, I think there's definitely a gap between the typical Brazilian company and CESAR. And I think CESAR is definitely an organization that people can work with, that is going to be able to bring some of the culture and some of the personality of Brazil, but is going to be able to do so in an efficient manner that's going to be to the understanding of, I think, a typical American company especially.